let's start. You okay, Steph?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
You good? Okay. Long match out there. How are you feeling physically at the moment?
My body feels good. I know it was a 5-setter, but I feel like there isn't any soreness or any major fatigue on my body right now. Of course, there's a routine that I follow every single time, and regardless of whether I feel too tired or not, certain things need to be done. So definitely focusing on that to be ready for tomorrow.
Hi Steph, Yasmin from The Express. You played Andy in a very exciting US Open match a couple of years ago. What are your memories of that match, and did you guys kind of settle the beef that happened there?
Yeah, I think it has been settled already a long time ago. We had to play Laver Cup together in the same team. I think I've forgotten about it. He has forgotten about it. He's someone that I respect. Obviously, he's elder than me. He has done great things in tennis, and I'm looking forward to this match. I hope there's plenty for me to learn. To even regardless of the outcome, I feel like I really want to go out there and give it a shot and aim for being super strong and disciplined in that match. Because it will require lots of that, having to hopefully, if I'm in there, persistent and focused on my goal, I feel like anything is possible. So I'm hoping to be in that kind of mindset when I'm going to be facing him tomorrow.
Hey, Stefanos, Matt Futterman from the New York Times. In Paris, you spoke really poetically about what it's like to play on clay and your view of the court. I'm curious, what is your view of grass, and what is it like for you to play on the grass? And is there any poetry to it?
There is poetry on grass. I fought hard today. I won the match. I don't think I felt this empty after a win in a very long time. Of course, I'm happy and joyful that I overcame that obstacle and I won. But there's just something about winning a big match on clay. When you have to move 4 hours, you feel sore, you feel tired, your legs hurt. You have to slide around the court. It's a different feeling. I feel clean after the match. I just feel my body clean. I feel obviously tired, but it's a different kind of tired, and it didn't feel as greedy as it would have been, for example, on clay. And a much cleaner win in general, even though it was a 5-setter. I don't know if that makes any sense of what I'm trying to say, but that's just a feeling that I get after a long, difficult match against Dominic, who I find difficult as an opponent. But I don't know, it just doesn't happen very often. But I'll still take it. You know, it's a win, and I'm hoping I can keep moving forward.
Steph, Andy obviously finished playing his match a long time ago yesterday. He's had today to practice. Do you think that's a big advantage for him, or you don't think it'll make any difference tomorrow?
Well, I won't know until I will have to face him. You know, he's a strong opponent, and he has played on this court so many times. Grass suits his game very good. He has shown it with titles, two titles here at Wimbledon. He has won Queens in the past, so he's a strong opponent on grass. I've played him once on grass before in Stuttgart. I need to up my game on this occasion, and looking forward on having to face his solid game, which will make it physical, and that is something that I haven't been exposed to a lot on grass, but I will have to put in the work and make it work this way.
Stefanos, Dominic from The Guardian. In that fifth set, you made a ton of key volleys and drop volleys in particular. I know you love being at the net, but what is the challenge of actually getting there on grass today, when at a time when people say it's slowed down and it's more favours baseliners a bit more. Well, it was a challenge of kind of getting there and not going forward too much, I guess.
You have to be strategic with it. You don't want to overexpose yourself in front of the net. You don't want to have your opponent start feeling the angles and your movement when you're covering the net, especially if you're approaching without thinking of why you're approaching, what is your intention by approaching. I do it selectively, and my instinct guides me through it. It gives me a sort of a direction of where I should be headed. Coming to the net is a big asset of mine, and I've been using it strategically the last couple of years, from what I can recall, being on the tour. It has given me a lot of matches. I think makes me even more aggressive and dangerous as a player when I'm able to come at the net. And today I felt like the percentage of winning points at the net was high. I don't know, that was my own personal feeling. I'm just hoping I can combine all these two things together: my baseline game, my serve, my volleys, and have them sort of blend in a symphony.
Hi, it's Stefanos Tsitsipas. Congratulations for your victory. At the end of the match, you stay a little moment on your chair. Please tell me, what were your thoughts at this moment?
What? Excuse me?
What did you think after your victory on your chair?
I didn't know what to think. I mean, it was a long match. I went through a lot of emotions. I was trying to figure out why that last winner of mine didn't feel as I would have wished for it to feel. And I really wanted it to happen, and it happened. I wouldn't say I thought about a lot of things. It's a joyful moment, but a little bit empty.
What did you do to kill time during the delays before you were able to finally finish things?
By talking to my coach, getting some treatment for my body, and mainly watching tennis. They had the indoor matches going on court 1 and center court, that were being played during the rain delays, and I was analyzing Carlos Alcaraz. I was analyzing who else was playing there, Elena Rybakina. I was watching them play and try to focus a little bit on what they did and how they move and navigate around the court. They're big examples for me, both Elena and Carlos, so I watched that.
Owen Slot from The Times. Can I ask 2 questions about your backhand, please? It's not very common that there's 2 single-handed backhanders in a match like that. So first of all, is there kind of a recognition that you single-handed backhanders are a small but special group of people? Do you recognise that in other players? And secondly, it's a very elegant shot. Do you, in your mind, have a view on whose is the most beautiful backhand?
I personally believe that the nicest single-handed backhand. Of course, I don't want to include myself in there because that would be very selfish. But I really like Stan Wawrinka's backhand. I find it very harmonic and has a very nice flow to it. Kind of feels, I don't know, it feels industrialized. It feels compact, not as loose, but it has a very nice rhythm to it and flow, which I remember him watching. I remember watching him for the first time at the Australian Open when he had this very long match with Novak Djokovic, and he was crushing those backhands. I think at the time he was not even as developed as he was at when he won this 3 Grand Slams in Australia, Paris, and New York. So it was his earlier years on the tour. And I remember how pleasant it was to watch him compete and play against one of the best players in the world at the time, and how productive his one-hand backhand was, switching it from cross to down the line. In terms of elegance and beauty, I would probably say Gasquet's is a beautiful backhand. Otherwise, Rogers, but I feel like Stan's single-handed backhand down the line is much better, in my opinion, having played him. But Roger has a very nice flow as well. I mean, it's poetry when you watch it. He can mix up the slice, which makes it an interesting combination, switching from one to a single-handed backhand topspin to a slice.
Hey, Stefanos, if you can, I just wanted to pick up a little bit more on your description of your feelings right now after the win today and the feeling of emptiness. Is it good emptiness? Is it all bad?
I don't know. I'm working on it. We'll find a way, I guess. Definitely not negative. I mean, I worked so hard on that court today, and sometimes I feel like I'm playing well, I'm returning well, and I'm still not able to convert breakpoints and win return games of mine. And it kind of feels like, what is going on? I feel great. My returns are deep, and I'm able to play smartly, but still I end up being on a tiebreaker when in fact I should be winning instead, at least with the breakup. That sort of emptiness, I guess. That's everything that I have to say.
We're going to switch to questions.
Thank you.